get your thoughts because you cover pretty much other NFL topics besides Washington and things like that. So I got my way too early playoff teams. Now, again, for y'all viewers out there, don't quite hold me to this because I go through the year roughly in July is when I start doing all my record predictions and things like that. So these aren't set in stone, but so far, let's go over the NFC just really quickly. So far, I got Bucks in. I think the 49ers can get in. I like what they have. I think the Packers, if Aaron Rodgers plays, they'll be in. I think the Giants can get in. I talked about them earlier. I got the Rams, Cardinals, Vikings. Louie T, what do you think about those 7 teams?
Obviously, like you said, it's way too early for me. I couldn't tell you. Some of those teams, if they're healthy, they're locks. You know, the Packers, if Rodgers plays and he's healthy, they're getting in. The Rams, if they're relatively healthy, Stafford stays healthy, the defense, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey stays healthy, they're in. Seahawks, same deal. They're in if Russell Wilson's healthy. There are certain teams, about 49ers, they're a wild card. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to get out of the quarterback position, but they're well coached and they got a really solid roster. So we'll see what they do. The Vikings, we'll see. Kirk Cousins.
I think they had a pretty good offseason, and I think that it's one of those teams where one year they're kind of inconsistent, and the next year they're really good. Like 2 years ago.
They had a lot of injuries too, so they're getting a lot of those guys back. We'll see what happens. They had a young secondary last year. That was one of their biggest
really
problems.
young team.
So we'll see what they do this year. They're interesting. They're intriguing. And then you said the Buccaneers. Yeah, I mean, they probably are the only team that – we don't know what the Saints are a wild card. We don't know what Jameis Winston is going to do in that system with Sean Payton. But it's pretty safe to say if the Bucs are healthy, they're going to be a really good team again, and they're going to make the playoffs. So I don't think that anything you said is way off base, but there are probably 1 or 2 alterations that can be made to that list ultimately when we get to the season.
Yeah, and for AFC, I got the Chiefs, I got the Browns, I got the Bills, I got the Titans. Those are the 4 division winners. Mm-hmm. Then wild card, I got Ravens. I actually have the Chargers in there. I like what they did this offseason. Mm-hmm. I think Justin Herbert takes a leap. And then I got the Patriots. I like what the Patriots did. So what do you think about that list? Kansas City, Browns, Bills, Titans, Ravens, Chargers, Patriots.
Swap out the Patriots and the Chargers for the Broncos and the Dolphins.
And we're probably
so you're a believer in Drew Lock and Tua.
I haven't given up on Drew Lock. I think he's really talented. I've seen enough from him to know that he's capable of getting it done, and he just needs to stay healthy.
The Broncos' defense is really good.
I think it's going to be really good this year.
Patrick Surtain added to that secondary. It was already really good. Now it's like top 5 in the league.
Right. I think they've got a chance to be really good. And I think, we're always really harsh on these quarterbacks early on in their careers. I mean, hell, I just told you, I think Justin, I just told you that I don't think that Jalen Hurts can get it done. I mean, I just think that's because of a lack of, pure talent. But Tua has everything that he needs to be successful. And they had a tremendous offseason at the Dolphins, and they won 10 games last year. The expectation is that they're a good team, and he's the only thing stopping them from making the postseason. So he's got to play well this year, or else, they could be in the market for a quarterback next year. And it's crazy to say that because he's only been in the league 1 year, and he's going into his second season. But that's how we are with these young quarterbacks now. They don't get a grace period like they used to. So I think Tua is going to be fine, and I think the Dolphins have a chance to be really good. So, yeah.
I was a Drew Lock fan when he came out, and as I've seen his NFL career go down, I've been reluctant to kind of sell my Drew Lock stock, even though I might keep a little bit, when it comes to Tua. Wasn't a huge fan of him at Alabama. Still not a huge fan of him right now. I think he's going to be probably the biggest reason why they don't make the playoffs, because I think Miami has an incredible roster. I like Brian Flores. I like the defense. I like the weapons. But Tua doesn't take enough chances for me. Not my cup of tea. But, hey, I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. Right. I've been right more times than wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, Louie T, thank you so much for coming on. I know it was hard to get this arranged because of our schedules, but thank you so much for coming on, man. I think the people will enjoy this episode. You have a great day, man.
You do the same. Appreciate you.
Yep, no doubt. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juice Alert Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.